Test, test, test. You're good. That's yours. All right, we're good. Good afternoon, Swirly Nation, and welcome to Buffalo, New York. The Lee-Com Harbor Center, the practice home of the Buffalo Sabres. For the Junior Sabres Invitational. Game one is between the Chicago Mission and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. We're trying to work out all the audio, video, every setting we could possibly have to bring you all of the game action here from the Lee-Com Harbor Center. This is your play-by-play man, Jeremy Evans, joined by color commentator Colby Armstrong.
What an arena, what a setup they have here. Music is pumping. Kids are fired up. Families run around all over the place this holiday Thanksgiving weekend. What a scene.
And we are underway. It'll be the starting lineup of in net 29, Preston Clutter. Up front, the right wing, Cruz Armstrong, the left wing, Jack Reel, and the center, Luca Filiaggi. The defense pair, Brennan Kaminsky and Jake Starr. It's dumped out of the Mission zone by Chicago. Gathered in by Kaminsky. He's pressured immediately. And the Mission take control of the puck in behind the Penguins' net. Wrapping it around to the near corner. On this near side, it'll be hard for us to tell the action, but we'll bring you the best that we can as Jake Starr banks it off the boards and tries to find Reel at center. Just picked off and controlled by Chicago as they re-enter the Penguin zone. Winding one and firing it. That shot blocked by Kaminsky. Then we get a breakout. It'll be Schub after it. Schub winding into the offensive zone. Centering one, looking for Wu. It'll be Evans getting to the puck. Knocked off of his stick. Banked off the boards. And back through center comes the Mission. Knocked down Villela. Following on is Merlot. Merlot up the right side, but it'll be Wu offside at the blue line.
Not messing around on the lines here. 2 offsides called. So we're pretty close.
We're short of forward without Brady Paris. So I know he's joining us at home. And that also leaves us short of producer here on Cinnamon Swirl TV without Nick Paris. So pulling double duty, I'll be producing.
You mean he couldn't find a way to produce from at home with today's technology? I mean, talk about bailing on Cinnamon Swirl, but he is the heartbeat of Cinnamon Swirl.
I think he would have tried. Evans pressures the puck, forcing a turnover there in the corner. It'll be Carter. It's chipped past him. Out through center come the Mission. I think Carter's at center now. I don't know what the lines are going to look like. It'll be a chore for us to put those together here. It looks like maybe Reel and Evans are going to split the left wing duties. And they'll run 3 centers with Carter, Filiaggi, and Wu. But that's my initial interpretation is Sproul frees the puck up. His attempted shot blocked out front. Brody Carter on the back check, disrupting the break-in attempt here, but the Mission will get control in the right wing corner, firing it in behind. A battle behind the wall. Not behind the wall, behind the net, along the wall. Didn't really battle behind the wall. Chang came out with it and fires one over the blocker side of Clutter. Puck possessed, worked down deep, fired across ice to Chang, and his backhander's kept out. Battle at the side of the net, diving on top of it is Clutter.
Wow, great down low play by the Mission as they made several 5-foot passes in tight areas and executed to find Mission player on the back door with a great opportunity. Clutter came across post to post, and it sat on the goal line. Penn's defenders, Jeremy. That was desperation hockey right there by those guys to keep it. It was right on the goal line, it looked like.
So making it keeping it out of his net was Clutter. Making some desperation plays there. And Kaminsky fires it up through center. Trying to find a streaking Evans. It's cut off by the Mission. Now it'll be Starr. Tries to go off the boards. That's cut off by Chicago. I think that's Heinrich as they send it back in front. Starr will get to it. He'll bank it up off the boards, but into the Penguin bench. And we'll have a defensive zone draw.
Fast-paced game, always against the Mission, Jeremy. They come down the walls, pinch hard, aggressive on forechecks. Loose puck foot races are always a challenge. And then, of course, that organized close play in the offensive zone can cause problems.
Penguins popping it out to the blue line no further. Rolf keeps it there, but Schub able to knock down his attempt to dump it further into the Penguins' end, and Wu will skate into it. Wu breaks free up the right. He's got a Reel driving the net. He comes around one player. It's into the corner where a battle will ensue. A piece of equipment flies free. It sits just to the side of the crease as Wu continues to battle on the wall. He tried for the point. That was cut off by the Mission. And Sproul sticks his nose in. I'm sorry, that's Schub. He also loves to dig and battle. The Mission bank it off the wall, and they'll exit the left side of their end, getting into the neutral zone, where it's broken up by the Pens, and Schub will dump it back into the Mission end. Reel with pressure. Answered by the Mission, and Rolf comes through center with speed. One-on-one with Villela, who forces him wide, centering feed in front. Kept out by the pad of Clutter. Sent back to the blue line no further as the Mission control the puck. Behind the Penguin net, dancing with it. I think that's Henriksen, if I remember correctly. We've played these guys a couple times. I don't have the roster in front of me, but Rio comes free with it. Mishandles a bit at first, tries to cut to the middle. Great defensive play there by one of the top defenders you'll see. That's Miller for the Mission, who's right back onto the puck as he drives the offensive zone. So a great defensive play. Now he's leading a charge into the offensive zone and centering a puck. That puck cut off by Brody Carter, who drives through center, trying to weave through 2 or 3 Mission players. Can't do so, but Evans' pressure will free it up for Sproul. Sproul turning with it, sending it over the cage. Evans will get there, trying to wrap it around. It's knocked off of his stick to the corner. Will chase it down and go to the point man, Kaminsky. Kaminsky's shot bouncing around in front. Evans will get there in the corner again. He's pinned against the wall, and the Mission work it up, but not out. Brody Carter driving into the middle.
Ooh.
He'll fire his shot, and a beautiful save by Chicago.
I like that job by Carter to stay in that soft spot there. Sometimes you see the kids get, kind of magnetized to that puck and sucked a little low or too close. He stayed right in that nice little soft spot to generate a scoring opportunity from a good area right there with guys crashing the net. Those little things, right? Playing off each other, playing the smart areas. Carter really patient and good to let the play develop.
Referee clears some debris from the ice, and we'll have a face-off to the left of the Mission goaltender. Carter's going to lean in. Banking it into the corner. Coming free with it, the Mission forward. Cooney able to snap it cross ice, and the Mission gain the Penguin zone on a clean breakout. That attempted clearing pass cleared way up off the chest of Evans, but Starr will try a second time. Sproul dumps it into the Penguins end, or the Mission end.
Oh!
Evans is just annihilated from behind on an absolutely dirty boarding call, and that should be an extra at least 10 minutes. It's clearly feet away from the wall, a backwards trajectory into a player, and the Pens will get a minute and a half power play. It should be more.
Well, good thing that Cam is made of rubber. I mean, we've seen him. He's relentless. That was scary watching a guy go in just because they're like that dangerous 5-foot distance from the boards. You never know. And is it a minute and a half? Yeah, it's just going to be a minute and a half.
Yeah, just a minute and a half. No misconduct, no nothing. So let's see if the Penguins can capitalize here, though, and get an early lead. That'll make it worth it. He doesn't seem injured, and if the Penguins can capitalize, it'll be worth taking that kind of a hit. That'll be the funny part coming up. I hear a lot about kids getting hit, and when hitting starts, you're not going to be able to take it. It's not the hitting other people part that's hard. It's the being hit part that's difficult. So Merlot sends one in on net. That's gloved and held by Woodward. So an exciting weekend here in Buffalo as this Penguins division is absolutely stacked. Clearly the Junior Sabres had something to do with making up the divisions because 5 of these teams that are the Pens are 5 of the 6 teams in the Pens division, including the number 4 ranked Penguins, are all top 10 teams right now. So this is going to be an exciting weekend of hockey. This is a matchup of number 1 and number 4. And the Mission come driving in 2-on-1. Chang pulls it around, sends one in front. And Clutter equal to the task with the glove. Another beauty of a stop by Clutter. We wind inside halfway through the first period. 13-minute periods here in the Sabres Invitational as Evans comes through center. He's hounded from behind. Has it knocked off of his stick. Schub will pick it up. Send it cross ice to Starr. Starr drives the offensive zone. Looking. Finds a cutting Evans. He'll shoot one towards the net that's blocked. Starr in behind, centering pass for
I like
Wu.
that play.
It's Ofterheide twisting and turning in the corner. Pressure from Schub, freed up for Ofterheide. Ofterheide will turn and fire off the backside of a Mission defender. Penalty over,
Out of the
and
box.
it'll be a breakaway for the Mission. Fanning on the shot was the Mission forward. As the Penguins will work in their own corner now. Wu, followed on by Starr, who rims it around. Nobody home on the opposite side. Carried in behind by the Mission centering feed. Nobody picked it up. It pops free to the defense. It goes off the pad of Evans. It'll be rimmed back around. kept in at the point again by Chicago. Pens have had their chances, most of them on the rush. Chicago's done a good job setting up in the Penguin zone here early in this one. As I mentioned, number 1 and number 4, the Mission in black today, highlighted, and when I say highlighted, I do mean highlighted. It looks like highlighter green on their uniforms. The black uniforms highlighted by red or green and white. The Penguins are in their white reverse retros. The white jerseys with Pittsburgh across the chest, diagonally. Black pants, white socks, and the black and gold striping. And the iconic gold, old Pens Elite helmets. Puck worked back to the point, sent in another point shot this time. Skipping around in front and wide of the cage. Kaminsky gets there. It'll be a centering feed for Rio, cutting through. That's a great cut to the middle by Rio. It'll drive all the way into the Mission zone where his shot is blockered away. Great job by Rio coming towards the puck on that breakout. Filiaggi there, he's tripped up, no call. In behind for Rio. Rimmed around, kept at the point by Julius. Sent back towards the net by the Penguins. It'll be picked off by the Mission, and they'll run their breakout from there. Getting a stick on it, Filiaggi, but maybe not enough, as it's back into the Penguins' end for a heavy shot off the stick of Cooney. Back to the point, O'Hara. Glove side, and it's gloved and held by Clutter.
I'll tell you what. When you have a penalty and you get out of the penalty box, you can only hope that they got the magic that they did for that puck to squirt loose. Clutter, the big save there, and then facing several shots after that here through traffic and executing plays and finding pucks. Chicago doing a good job in the offensive zone.
These teams have played 3 times. The Pens are 1-2 against the Mission. I think one of the big differences was goaltending in that first game. The Penguins getting excellent goaltending as Armstrong drives in, touch to the middle, yanked down, gets the shot off, better save by Woodward. A good power move by Armstrong to get it into the middle, and the Mission will ice the puck.
I like that play by Armstrong, trying to corral the puck. Just kind of broke loose to him as he was coming on a little bit of an overload. And a good try to take it across the net front. I like that play. It's a big body, strong play right there. Kind of just laid in front, didn't it? No one able to pick it up, Jeremy. And
I think he had Filiaggi crashing in with him. They kind of bounced just past where Filiaggi had gotten to on the rebound. Sent in Armstrong again, tapping but they can't get it through to the net. And back comes Chicago. Armstrong will provide back pressure on Drawn. And the play will be broken up by Merlot, and it'll create an offside situation.
Great gap control by Merlot there. The rubber man. We know he likes to block shots, but terrific gap control. Odd man rush up ice a little bit. Armstrong pestering. Forces an offside call.
Penguins Wu takes the draw. Battled for by Shuv. Back comes the Mission. Centering one, it's Chang spinning it back to the middle. And what a beautiful passing play by Chicago, freeing up a player for a shot that is stopped and covered again by Clutter.
And we see once again the Chicago really good execution on 10-foot passing plays, entries into the zone, patience in their routes, using each other to create plays, and Clutter once again right there.
Wu on the faceoff. To the point, shot comes in through a screen and wide of the cage. Dug out of the corner by Wu, chip to the middle for Shuv. It's just past him, but he's all hustle as he gets in after it. Reel and Shuv on the forecheck. Now Wu. The Mission come right out through center. Freed up there for Reel, who tries to skip by a player. It goes off of his skate. Starr will defend the impending rush by the Mission as it's fired back around by Ofter. Not out though, and the Mission come driving into the Penguins' end. Ridden around by the Mission looking for the point, but Reel there. He'll go indirectly off the boards and skip around the defender. He's got Sproul driving the net. Tries for him the first time. Blocked by the Mission, picked up by Reel as he comes back around. Centering one off of Julius to Ofterheide, who will dump it in behind. Looking for Sproul, who reads it well to get to the puck in the corner. He taps it off the boards for Brody Carter. Brody leaves it for Julius. Julius Fires one, and it's gloved and held by Chicago.
Great battle plays to keep pucks in the zone. Brody Carter under all kinds of duress and manages to use his body, spin off, drop pass to each other. Julius walking the line, bumps it over to Ofterhide to keep it in the zone. Just some nice little support plays.
Penguins win that draw. They're tied up a bit on the half wall, but Carter will scoot off of it, try to drive the middle. Knocked off of his stick, and back with speed comes Cooney. Cooney in the left-hand side, defended by Julius, and a beautiful back check on that one by Carter. Taps it over to Evans, who nudges it forward to Sproul. Sproul loses control, and he goes in offsides at the blue line. Just not aware where that blue line is as he backed in ahead of the play.
Great back check by Carter there to break up that little rush that they had. Mission had something going, and it was snuffed out, and away they went the other way, and it almost coulda, woulda been something off the rush here for the Pens.
Shot in by Merlot on net, so it's directed to the corner by the goalie, where Reel will get possession on the half wall. It's knocked off of his stick, and this speedy O'Hara through center. Defended again well by Merlot. He's had great gap control and been able to break up a number of plays. As Filiaggi flies through center and frees it up for Reel. Reel will dance into the offensive end, onto his backhand, sending one all the way through the crease and into the corner. Popped back out through center, over the stick of Merlot, and O'Hara in onside, feeding it across for a shot by O'Keefe. That's why. Not O'Keefe, Keefe. O'Keefe's the artist. This is the hockey player. Up the wall, Reel unable to get possession the first time, but he will the second. Spins it out to Armstrong through center. Knocked off of his stick, and back come the Mission as the Penguins were in a change. They get a free zone entry, and they'll fire one right off the lid of Clutter. His dad loves buying new cages. He just told me the other day how much he enjoys, like the $150 metal purchase. As Preston takes one right off the melon.
I guess the players' parents worry about the sticks. Another pricey. It's goaltending equipment.
Yeah.
We all know that. You do.
Oh, I do.
Your youngest
is
is
a squish tender.
Squish tender.
So
He's rated.
Out of the zone,
he's perfectly at eye height for a lot of face and headshots. I personally saw him take a headshot in the summer one time, and his nose was bleeding. It was amazing.
He took about 7 of them at Excel the other day.
It was amazing.
So
yep, you've got to have a few screws loose to play net. We all know that, and Clutter now has even more after that headshot.
And I know Preston's Dini joining us here, as well as 42 other current viewers. We love having you here on Cinnamon's World TV. We've had a bit of a spike. We're creeping towards 500 at 477. So if you are not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button.
That's the only time we like to hear the word spike also is for our subscriptions.
Or our drinks.
These Yep. Especially here in Buffalo. You get down on Chippewa, you never know what could happen, right?
I'm sure there'll be a little run or two to Duff's.
I'm hearing that.
And my good friend, your good friend, Drew Carlson, introduced me to Gabriel's Kate, an absolute Buffalo, a legendary joint for both wings and Sunday brunch. Evans with the puck pressure. Star able to keep it at the blue line. He goes back to Evans, who centers one for a one-timer by Wu. That's off of a stick and wide. Broken back out again by the Mission past the stick of Evans. Defended off deftly there by Jake Starr. As his dad would say, he made that look easy.
Yeah.
Jake Starr in the defensive zone fires it cross ice this time, hitting Shub, who's able to find Wu, but he can't get control. So Shub will try this time as he drives the half wall. Dumped a bit on the play. Comes free, it's Carter. Battling. We've said that a lot today. But back come Chicago. A centering feed. Jumps just past the stick of a Penguin defenseman, and diving out to try to poke check the puck was Clutter, and it's flipped over his right pad, and the Mission strike first.
That puck just kind of flipped over everyone at the line. Clutter, I like his decision to get a little stick out there and poke check it, but it kind of skipped off of his stick and up over his pad. It's one of those chaotic plays as a dangerous puck kind of halfway in between bouncing towards them. From all the chances they've had, that one just sneaks by them.
Yeah, you make your own luck sometimes. It'll be the Mission driving the middle of the ice. Splitting the Pens defense, but it's forced into the corner. Ofteride will do battle there. Able to tap it free to the middle, but it's taken right back by the Mission, sent in wide of Clutter. Cleared up the half wall, but Real unable to escape the zone as the Mission score, and now they apply a ton of pressure. It's that first shift after a goal can be so important. We've seen it year after year after year.
Goes a Mission in the offensive zone again. Just good support. First guy goes, second guy attack, third guy in support. They're making these little plays.
That shot sent wide to the Penguins' cage, and still in the Penguins' end are the Mission. Brody Carter able to free it up to Ofteride. He'll find Sproul. Sproul spin it out the center. It's behind Real, and it'll be icing. So with 10:34 to play in the second, it's the Mission 1. The Penguins nothing here in the second. We'll have Philly, Haji, Armstrong, and Evans. Off one back to the point. Pressured by Armstrong. Battle on the half wall to be Philly Haji as they work into the corner. They'll try to go short side on Clutter. It's off the side of the cage. We're low in behind. Battling. Net front protected by Villela as they peel off. Villela able to tap it to Evans. Spins out of it, but right into the defender. Good play by the defender to close the gap there. And the Mission will fire it opposite corner and set up again. It's all Mission right now until Philly Haji gets control. He'll come out through center, poked off of his stick as he attacked the defense there. Armstrong follows on. He looks for Evans, picked off by O'Hara. And back O'Hara, and back come the Mission. It's Keith in alone, and he'll go to his backhand and pop it in the top corner.
Armstrong turnover in the neutral zone there, just looking for an outlet to Evans. They could have been off to the races. Instead, chipped up the wall. And they take off, and who's that, Keith?
Yeah, that was Keith firing it in. He's a second big chance.
Yeah, he's a smooth skater. He can get going. He's got speed.
O'Gara had the feed, and it looks like the Pens are going to take their time out. They'll gather around head coach Ray Conway, who's flanked by assistant coaches Jason Julius and Chris Schub. We're about 3 minutes and 15 seconds in to the second period. And it's been 2 quick second period goals by the Mission, who are now going to do skating drills during a timeout.
Well, Pens need to sort it out in their own end, and whose job is what down low, because this Mission team, once they get it down in there, creating all kinds of havoc with movement, defensemen flying in from the point, getting chances, just wearing the Pens team down in their own end.
It'll be Wu leaning in. He wins it to Kaminsky, who finds Star. He goes indirect for Real, but it's picked off by Drawn. He's sent back out the center by Schub. And as the Mission gain the zone, they're offside. 44 of you now. I'm assuming all 44 of you are subscribers. If not, please hit that subscribe button on your TV, on your iPhone, on your tablet, on your computer. Wherever you're watching this, click subscribe. As Schub gets to the puck. Now Wu, banked off the wall, gathered back by Schub. Back for Wu. Schub, Wu, Schub, and now the Mission. It's Chang through center. Henriksen drives the net, and he feeds an absolute beauty of a pass through. Stopped by Clutter, and now Wu. Wu tries to find a streaking reel, and it'll be an icing. It'll be a defensive zone draw for the Pens. We'll see Ofterhide and Julius, Carter, Sproul, and Evans up front. Ofterhide to the corner. Puck freed up by Carter. He gets it to Sproul. Sproul banks it off the boards, but right to Rappel, who keeps it in. Battling now Ofterhide. He'll reverse around.
Good
Evans
play.
pops it just by, and Carter will skate in. Brody Carter up the right wing side. Looks to drive wide, and he's hounded from behind, but he's able to maintain control as he gets to the opposite corner. He'll find Evans in front, who fans on a one-timer attempt, and back come the Mission. Into the Pen zone where it's controlled by Ofterhide. Ofterhide will find Julius. Julius to Evans. Evans is in up the right. Cuts into the middle. Fires one! And Grandma! He found him again! He got the cookies off the top shelf and buries one by the Mission to cut the lead in half.
Well, this shift alone, Jeremy, we saw some plays that you wouldn't deem as fancy that work, right? Evans chip off the wall into a rush up the ice. Then he waits in the high slot. Perfect, let guys do their jobs. Then we get a regroup, and Ofterhide hangs onto it, a simple D to D. In traffic, out of traffic, and then headmanning it to speed. And Evans with a terrific effort off of that one to make it all happen. I love that little short side shovel shot.
And the Penguins' Filiaggi sends it right back in front. Now, Armstrong shot blocked. It's back to the point. Freed up. And Armstrong will tap in. A little tap, taparoo. For 20, Armstrong on the shot from the point. And the Penguins, just like that, have tied the game.
Little offensive zone entry once again. Filiaggi with all that speed wide. I think it was.
Yeah, it was Filiaggi driving
managed to
wide.
get a little puck out front. Armstrong didn't mess around with it. I like that. He's in a scoring spot, just directed back at the net, and then read off of that as Merlot crashes down from the point to get another shot. Armstrong's not a passenger as he swings around and picks up the rebound on the back door. Just a good hockey goal right there.
So the announcer's happy right now as their two boys tied the game at 2 for the Pens as Wu drives in. He'll center one, and it's just past Schub and skipping over Evans' stick. Back come the Mission. So the timeout by Conway, I mean,
What did he say to him?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it worked so far.
Reg, what'd you say to him?
Oh, I think that'll be an industry secret for a while as Evans slaps one in that careens wide of the cage. Back come the Mission with a vengeance. Into the Penguin zone, it's Chang. Poked by Kaminsky. Skating in with the back pressure's Wu. He'll find Evans, and Evans is off to the races again. Spinning with it. Twisting back in front. Off the knob of the stick as he was looking for that cookie jar again. Starr will hammer one towards the cage that's blocked and brought back on by Heinrich to Drawn, and Heinrich is offside.
Oh, play has certainly picked up here now. The Pens are involved. They've got their legs going. They've got some confidence going. I like that play by Cam Evans off that rush there. He couldn't beat him. Instead of forcing a toe drag, turns his back to him, shields, creates some space, and still generates a good shot. Why expose the puck, right? Don't give him the puck if you don't have to.
That'll be one we'll want to look at later. As Carter leans into the faceoff. D to D for the Mission. It's broken up by Sproul, but he can't get control. But Carter will, and he'll get back out to center. Alonso with the pressure. Miller will skate into it for the Mission as they'll send it back out to center. Ofterhide gets there, but gets tied up a little bit. It's a 2-on-1. Woods in, firing high, short side. And it's Big Ben strikes one, as the great Mike Lang would say. Off the post to the left of Clutter. Battle on the wall, brought back in. Julius gets a stick, but a Mission player able to pop free. where it's covered in front. Apparently long enough for a whistle, maybe a quick one. And with 6:05 to play in the second, I was watching the shot clock, Colby. It was 14-4 at one point in time. Now it's 9-4. I'm sorry, it was 14-3. 14-3. Now it's 14-9, yeah.
Well, this mission, certainly we have to be aware. They come off the wall real well together. Spread out, execute little bump passes here. You'll see them try it again.
Their ability to move the puck like 5 feet at a time.
Yeah.
As Armstrong kicks it into the mission zone, they'll skate into it. Filiaggi with the pressure on the opposite side. It's Cooney twisting with it. Evans with pressure now. As the mission try to sneak someone behind, it won't be icing as it's freed up to the Penguins' corner. The mission attacking there. Peeling off the wall, O'Gara. Block. Second, grapple.
Oh.
And the glove hand to Clutter flashing the leather.
Clutter been really good here today.
Yeah, weird bounce on the one, a 2-on-1 on the other. But, he's made some absolute gems.
Point blank gem saves. A little help from his post a couple shots ago. And there it is again, coming off the wall, generating another chance, a real good chance. Oh, nice.
A breakout feed there by Star to Wu. He skates into a bit of trouble, and it's freed up at center for Schub. Schub can't gain the zone, and Cooney will come back with it one-on-one with Kaminsky. Star getting back to assist as well. He'll pick up Keefe driving the net as Kaminsky's able to tie up Cooney, and Wu's able to get control to Reel. Reel carrying up the left-hand side, trying to fight through the back pressure from Waldeck. Wu will get there behind the mission cage, and the Pens will try to set up and run a bit of a cycle. Reel to the puck.
Oh, we got to move our feet there.
Loses it a bit, but he's able to fight through and get it back to Ofterhide, who sends it back up the wall off of a mission player, and they'll try to escape again. Star able to pick it off. Now Schub winding it back to the mission zone, and back come the mission through center. The stick of Ofterhide frees it up. Reel skates in. It's a 2-on-2. And he loses control at the blue line. Back from O'Gara. O'Gara, Ofterhide, a 3-on-1, and the mission are offside on the play.
Lucky break there. Both teams' defensemen. Great gaps, good sticks, breaking up plays, and causing all kinds of havoc going the other way for both teams.
I love what you said earlier. When they catch that puck, especially offensive zone, first thing we got to do, head up and engage your feet.
Yeah.
Kind of lifting a bit with the puck, and it makes you easier to defend.
Yeah, you get stuck standing, especially on down-low plays. You got to move your feet and get it out of those high traffic areas. Move your feet, pull it up, pull defenders around.
Ofterhide able to bang it over to Sproul. Sproul to the blue line. Carter able to tap it out to center, where the mission will try to regroup, and they do so quickly. Back to Heinrich. Now drawn. Sproul tries to use the body to cut in front, but the mission able to tap it in behind him. Henriksen behind for Chang. Defended by Evans, but it'll be Chang still with the puck. Back for Alonzo at the mission point. Evans able to get control, free it up. Can't exit the zone, though, as the Penguins are pinned against the half wall here. Penguins get a little deep on some of those plays. Too happy to be against the boards. As Evans goes indirect off the boards, trying for Sproul. Carter will follow on it. He's unable to fire it through as it pops to the middle. A nice defensive play by Alonzo for the mission. It's back for Ofter. Ofter to Reel. Reel with speed up the right. Tries to cut to the middle. Into pressure. He had the 3-on-2, but as he cut to the middle, it became a 3-on-4. Great back check by Chicago. And a high stick won't be called as the Pens get control and rib it in for Filiaggi. Filiaggi to Reel. Reel behind to the opposite corner for Armstrong. Having a great game in this one as he's able to get it free. Reel gets to it, fires one to the middle. Blocked by Chicago, but possessed by Filiaggi to Armstrong. Back in front looking for Reel, I believe, who had cut behind. Valella dumps it in again. Penguins with a lot of pressure here. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the second. Sorry you don't have a clock. I'm not as fancy as producer Nick Paris, who we're missing. His reel skips one in on net off the pad of the goaltender. Cut off by Armstrong. He looks for reel again. It bounces over his stick. The Mission's Miller gets control. He'll find Heinrich, who gets it into the Pens end. Merlot gathers it there, banks it off the boards. Can't get it freed up as Miller picks it off. He was looking for Evans, but now it's Schub. Knocked off of his stick at the blue line. Great gap by the Mission there to attack right at the blue line. And the Pens will put it in offsides. That's so hard when they gap you at the blue line.
Yeah. Your best just area pass it in behind and use your legs. And
so a little tap pass. He had Evans streaking in.
Yeah, just lay it to an area where you've got numbers and use your legs to get around those spaces. Then they'll start to back off. You do that enough.
Like a dog on a bone, Schub back to it. Finds
I like
Wu.
that.
What a beautiful feed. Wu's shot blocked. Schub tries to center one. Nobody home but black and green jerseys. And back comes Chicago. Centering feed all the way through as it skips through by Woods into the opposite corner. Pressured by Kaminsky. The Mission will dump it in behind the Penguins' cage. Worked behind. And we'll battle. It'll be Wu lifting a stick. Coming free now, Starr. Starr cuts to the middle. Tries to find Evans. Will get him. He's up the left-hand side. Firing. He tries just over the pad where it's blockered away. Changing are the Pens' defense. Also changing were the Mission.
They were alone
and
all
they
time. He might get it here in the end.
Now the Pens with a bit of a wide gap as Cooney gets control and he'll fire from the dot.
Who's that?
And
Cooney?
there's that leather.
Made a line change here, and if the Mission had their heads up, Cooney was all alone coming off the bench. Just some scrambly line changes by both teams a little bit. Nice save by Clutter.
What an exciting period this has been as we wind inside of 20 seconds. A shot comes in, rebound off the post. Another one sent over the cage as the Mission, they're not done. They weren't ready to go to intermission yet. They're going to try to take advantage of this 20 seconds.
Well, they know they have to skate again at the intermission.
As the horn will sound. What a second period. 2 quick goals by the Mission. A timeout by head coach Ray Conway. And the Penguins pot 2 shortly thereafter. And a 0-0 first, a 2-2 second. Colby, I can't wait for the third.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. Mission carrying a little bit of the offensive zone board play. They like that. Hey, down low we've seen, but Penguins after that timeout, a massive push themselves back into this game, tying it at 2-2. Evans with that sizzler short side individual effort, and Armstrong off a nice offensive zone shift picks up a little juicy rebound that squirts back door, and he's able to get just enough of it, Jeremy, to get across the line. And we're in this final period against a pretty good Mission team, squared up. I think if you ask these boys in between start of the game, if they're going into the third 0-0 game on the line, they'd take it.
I agree. We're going to take a break. You know what? I don't think we're going to have time. I do have the intros queued up, but it takes about 2 minutes. So we're going to hold off on that. Stay tuned at the end of the game, and we'll bring you the player introductions that we didn't get to earlier. For now, we'll toss up the headshots in the upper corner, folks. You can look in the upper corner of your screen and find your favorite Pittsburgh Penguin Elite.
Yeah, we got that technology.
Oh. Even with backup producer.
I'll tell you what, this rink for people so they can get an understanding too here in Buffalo. Beautiful big harbor center facility where the Sabres play across the street. This is a parkade. Across the street from the, what is it called, Key Bank rink or what is it?
I think it's Key Bank.
And we're up here on the 6th floor.
As it's in front off a Clutter. Clutter again with a diving stop. Go ahead, Colby.
Out.
Sorry.
No, we're here on the 6th floor, I believe, of the Harbor Center Parkade, where they have two beautiful arenas. And
in fact, if you look on your screen right now, you can see the Harbor. I believe that is KeyBank Arena through those windows. Right, they're screened out, but you can see the outline.
Yeah, connected
and you can
to
see
KeyBank.
kind of how high up we are.
Yeah, connected to KeyBank too, so you can walk from here right in to watch the Sabres play. I believe they play the Montreal Canadiens tonight.
But which game would be more entertaining, this one or that one? I'm gonna go with this.
I mean, you'd have to pay me to watch that Sabres one tonight.
Actually, you do get paid to watch.
Yeah, I gotta watch the Pens play tonight. They're playing the Islanders. I got off work so I could be here to call these games instead. You know why? They pay better.
It'll be Armstrong driving it from the outside. Shooting there, hit shot off the goaltender. It skips in behind, but it is covered up as the goaltender able to get the pad on it.
Some great work down low, bringing pucks to the net. Filiaggi, Evans, Armstrong working together, not in too tight around the net either. Able to pick up loose pucks around there, second and third opportunities.
I'm giving credit to Shube. I think that was Evans on the backside. Evans pokes it right in on net off the draw. It'll be Merlot. Keeping it in, sending it behind. Evans with the puck pressure on Miller, and he's able to free it up. Can the Penguins do some damage here? Great body position and receiving a hug. See, it's a loving game, was Luca Filiaggi from a Mission defender. He is able to get it back into the corner. Now Evans spinning it back in front off the goalie, unable to cover. They send it back to the wings, and they're able to clear the zone. Some more good pressure from that crew as it's sent back to Armstrong, who will put it back in the Mission end. He's battling both the Mission player and the official there as Armstrong will spin it back in again. Penguins getting the rest of their line change complete. And Wu will angle Rappel wide to the wall in the Penguins' end. Centering feed cut off by Starr. He'll dangle around one and drive it all the way through center. He goes indirect off the boards, uses his speed to chase it down. Cuts in front, puck sits free. That time it's Shube skipping it just wide.
There's that little chip play to space.
And then firing those legs. Just buzzing. As it's to the point for Kaminsky. His shot bouncing in and kicked to the side. A nice save on a potentially difficult shot there as that one was kind of arcing in. Starr looking for Wu just past him, but it'll be Shube picking it up. He'll stop and start, take a whack, and that whack frees it up. Cooney into the Pens' end. Sending it backside. Wow. And this time Keefe doesn't miss a backside feed, and he'll find the back of the net.
That little whack on Shube here at the line as he tries to elude a defender, loses the puck, and they come in. It looked like they had it sorted out, though. And a puck just kind of pops backdoor to Keefe. And when you got a goalie going post to post all the way across like that,
It avoided a couple feet and sticks.
Yep.
And was able to find the stick of Keefe with his at least third high-end scoring chance. He's had a heck of a game. Centering feed, that one kicked out by Clutter. Last time the Mission scored, they scored shortly thereafter. Well, I shouldn't say the last time, the first time. Obviously haven't added to it since...
Net's off.
And we have a net... Evgeny Kuznetsov? Oh, the actual net's off. Okay.
I like that.
So yeah, you were talking about this facility. We're on like the mini rink.
Yeah, the
community rink.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we get to go to the big side.
Yeah, with bleachers and everything. Beautiful setup over there. What is it, Canisius College play out of there?
Well, they're playing there right now, actually. And I can't wait for you guys to see that facility, and the vantage point we'll bring you here on Cinnamon Swirl.
It'll be NHL quality.
As Evans gets to it, whips it in front. It goes off of the leg of Sproul. And it's cleared all the way back into the Penguins' end where it'll be Julius. He'll rim it around. Evans will get there. Evans pressured immediately on the half wall. That's that Mission. They'll pinch down that wall. Now they're freed up, working it in front, trying that another short 5-foot pass there. As Sproul tried to escape the center, the Pens weren't able to clear it out to him. Julius now off the board. Sproul's got to get back in the zone. That's exiting out his side. Kind of hanging out there as the net comes free again. Are the pegs not in?
I think Clutter just making a solid post seal. He's just sealing that post and sealing it so tight they're having issues keeping it on.
So the net comes off a second time. They do have the pegs in. That left side just doesn't seem to want to grip. Watching this game lined up along the boards, the South Shore Kings, who the Pens will see tomorrow. First ever meeting. That'll be a fun one. They're a great team.
Where are they out of?
Boston.
Boston area. No, but is it Connecticut almost, or is it?
Yeah, one famous alum. Well, probably more than one.
Dumoulin?
At least one famous alum. And he talks about it quite a bit on his podcast, and that would be Ryan Whitney, who won Pee Wee Quebec while a member of the South Shore Kings.
Go.
So that's the one alum I know, and it's because he mentions it on a weekly basis.
So it is a Boston team, yes. Okay, yeah, he would mention it. I think he was bragging, posting pictures of it on his podcast from his time at that tournament.
And the Mission are just hounding the Penguins right now. They took the lead. The Penguins had quite a few scoring chances here at the beginning of the third. The Mission were able to take the lead, and since then, this puck has been in the Penguins' end. Merlot working and battling in behind. This is where you start to see penalties, lazy penalties, and stick penalties, and frustration penalties. So hopefully the Pens can stay out of the sin bin and keep the puck out of the net. As Armstrong gets there, he tries to go off the boards. Alonzo with another good defensive play. We've seen him keep a few in here. Popped back. It's, I believe, Chang, but it'll be taken off of his stick.
All right.
And Filiaggi will ice it as the Pens are looking for a change.
A little more organized in our own end. This team poses battles on the wall and organized bumps out of pressure and all that kind of stuff, where I think our guys could learn from playing against this team on how to execute without the puck a little bit and help each other in winning those battles and plays.
Face-off won by the Pens, brought on to center by Evans. Left for Wu. Wu able to get it into the Mission zone, but they'll turn it right back the other direction. Keith with the go-ahead goal. Drives the right-hand side. He'll stop, tried to use his body to protect, but Evans able to free it up, and it comes to Starr. Starr down the right-hand side. Driving the net. Well, I thought Wu was going to go to the net. Instead, he follows Starr in, and that play's broken up. Back to the Pens blue line, and Kaminsky will initiate contact on Keefe, and we'll get a boarding penalty.
I'll have to see that again. I don't know if he hit him or just cut him off.
He hadn't quite gotten in front yet. I think you're going to get that call every time.
Yeah, especially around the boards. And this is the first penalty the Pens have taken today, I think.
First penalty we have taken. So the Pens are on the penalty kill. It'll be Sproul and Carter up front with Ofterhide and Starr as the Mission tangle right by Sproul. Feed one short side and a one-timer from the stick of Cooney. Beats Clutter high to the glove side on the power play.
I mean, that was NHL setup there. The give and go up top in the offensive zone to set up this power play, and then you've got flank shooters right down there. And I mean, that's where we see Leon Draisaitl scoring from there with the Oilers on that exact shot.
So, hey, do the Pens have it? I know Ray Conway doesn't have his timeout, but do the Pens have the ability to do this comeback again? They've been in this situation. Yep. The Mission, 2 goals, get the momentum, and the Pens strike right back. So let's see it happen. A centering feed this time off the stick of Chang. It'll be Real wheeling through center. Now followed on by Carter. Carter up the right wing side. Cutting into the middle. Trying to center one. His stick knocked out of his hand. Roll to the puck in the corner. He's supported by Real, who ends up with it. centering feed off of a Mission player. They were looking for Carter, who was posted up in front.
Oh, look at that breakout.
And back come the Mission. It's a 3-on-2 as Ofterite will force it wide to the right. A drop feed. Defended well by Julius, who skates into the back of Carter briefly, but is able to get it to Real. Real, offensive zone, winding in, cutting back to the middle. We'll get a power play coming now for the Penguins. A tripperoo. And we'll get a minute and a half of man advantage time.
Time here to make this game interesting. We'll see what they can set up. Quick break up, and Real kind of cut into Armstrong on that play. And, I mean, with everyone converging in there, something's going to happen. And Armstrong's feet were swiped out from him as they kind of crashed through the net with a couple chances. And get them for tripping in the power play. We'll see if they can set up. You got to win the puck back here. You got to move pucks in, out of
Evans wins it back to Merlot. His attempt to fire it to the middle for Armstrong cut off. And the Pens will regroup at center, where Evans will drive the left this time. Stopping, protecting, tapping it. Oh, and overplayed a bit there was Armstrong. And back on the Mission, it's a potential 2-on-1 shooting one, and the net comes free again as Clutter makes the save. So I think Armstrong went to support Evans there, and he went to tap it back to him, and they got crossed up as Cruz was covering the point there for the Pens defense, who had driven in. Pens activating everybody they can as we wind inside a minute on the power play and just over 5 to play in the third period. It'll be Osterhoff firing it around. It's Starr off the boards. Able to get it to Shub. Shub has Real, jumps over his stick, and it'll be an ice. Those floppy kind of bouncing passes. Colby gonna jump up here to do a work thing. Probably radio. So, last 4:52. Wu frees it up. It'll be off the right. Good poise here as he possesses the puck and works it up. Shub with a great tap pass to speed to Wu. Carries it wide to the left. He leaves it to the point man off the right, but read well by the Mission, and they'll force it back out to center. Shub will drive the zone now right side. He'll leave it for Real. Real goes around one, fires it cross ice looking for Wu, and the Mission defense getting a stick on it. Then back they'll come into the Pens end. Possessing wide. Short-handed, broken up by Ofterhide, and back comes Shub. Shub to Real. Real free with speed. He's in. Short shot. It's off the pad. Then the post with a beautiful stop. This time Julius. Mission changing. Power play over. Pens unable to convert on the Sure Pizza power play. Shub with the puck. A beautiful feed to Kaminsky. He'll step in and fire it, and it goes into the glove. It was headed wide, but it'll be gloved and held. 3:39 to play. It'll be Stroll, Carter, Evans, Merlot, and Villela. It's in on the Mission goaltender. Stroll gives him a whack. He will be politely asked by the Mission players to not do that in the future. I'm going to guess he's going to do it. Carter will try the draw again. One back to Villela. Evans with a great job there, letting Villela get free. A little bit of legal interference as Carter will work on the wall. Merlot, now Carter, now Sproul. But back come the Mission, and they'll jump in offsides. 3:14 to play. Third period, the Pens trail 4-2. failed to get you guys any rebounds, so my apologies there. As Villela gets the puck. Villela up through center, able to get it into the Mission end. Sproul chases it. Mission first one to the puck, but Sproul able to engage and free it up on the opposite side. Good hustle there. Carter working along the boards. Can't pop it free, but it does come to a Mission stick out at the point by Starr. Once, twice, 3 times before the Mission were able to get it out to center. Back into the Pens end it goes. They'll send it cross ice looking for Evans. Rolf picks that up. And the Pens will try to regroup again. Viliaggi banking it high off the glass. He finds Armstrong. Armstrong unable to send it cross ice, and he's overtaken by Waldick. Viliaggi with the puck, tapping it to Armstrong. Armstrong tied up on the play by O'Gara. It's free for the Mission, and they'll enter the Penguin zone. It's O'Gara. For Cooney. Cooney's shot low off the pad of Clutter. Kick to the side. As time winding down here, it's cleared back up through center. Rio giving chase to it. Unable to get it in on net as he was flying up the left-hand side. But the Pens able to get it into the Mission end where Ofteride keeps it in the zone. High off the glass. Viliaggi follows on. Now Rio, now Viliaggi trying to go back out in front. He and Armstrong will battle behind. It's on the net and will get a whistle. So the puck sits on the back netting of the goal, and we'll have an offensive zone draw for Pittsburgh. Woo. Leans in. Penguins with the net empty at the other end. So 6-on-5 as Reel's in the corner, 1:05 to play. Woo with the puck, turning out of the corner, centering one. It doesn't come through, now Reel. Reel back to the middle, Viliaggi backhands it towards the net. Now it's Woo, now Viliaggi. He goes off the boards to Reel. Reel twisting, able to avoid the first checker, but not the second one. And the Mission get it out the center off their idol. Get control, and he'll carry off of Reel and into the zone, and Woo's offsides. Penguins had numbers there, and Woo just to step in over the blue line. He's having trouble picking up that blue line today. We've seen a number of offside plays. Julius with the puck, 30 seconds left. It's in the Mission end for Viliaggi. He skates around one, gets hooked, finds Woo, and it's off of his stick. He'll go to the corner and retrieve it, though. Brings it around looking for Reel, 18 seconds. He'll look to the point man, Julius, who's pressured by O'Gara. Pens put it back in front, but the Mission with like 4 guys breaking out, they'll fire one in the empty net. So the Pens will fall 5-2 after the Mission empty netter to the Mission in the opening game. It's a long tournament. The Penguins will be right back here tonight, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock against the Mid-Fairfield Junior Rangers, one of the top teams in the country. Right? Again, we're going to play top 10 teams all the way to Sunday morning. So join us back here for that one. 5 o'clock. These boys are going to get rested. First meeting between these two teams this season. They've had some spirited back and forths throughout the last 2 years. So we're excited to bring that one to you. And we'll sign off with the player intros, folks. Stay here and check this out. Great stuff.
Number 1, William Hanner, Eden Hall Upper Elementary, Rams. Number 5, Dave Merlot, Archangel Gabriel Catholic School, Knights. Number 6, Brody Carter, Hudson Middle School Explorers. 9, William Sproul, Marshall Middle, Tiger. 10, Luca Filiaggi, Franklin Elementary, NA Tigers. 11, Jack Rio, Seneca Valley Raiders. 16, Colin Julius, Myers Area Centennial School District, Fighting Planets. 18, Carter Shoe, Peters Township Indians. Number 20, Cruz Armstrong, Eden Hall Upper Elementary, and we are Rams. Number 24, Brady Ferris, Neil Armstrong Middle School, Bethel Park Blackhawks. Number 29, Preston Clutter, Hampton Middle School, Talbots. 34, Valley After High, Marjorie Centennial School, Fighting Planets. Number 43, Cam Evans, St. Hilliard Parish School, Celtics. 77, Jake Starr, Seneca Valley Raiders.
Number 78, Austin Wu, Marshall Elementary School, Tigers. 88, Brandon Kaminsky, Marshall Middle School, Tigers. 90, Tano Blah, Hay Middle School, Raiders.